For today's practice, we'll need 2 blocks and a strap. If you want, you could also grab a pole. At some instances, some occurrences will be able to substitute the strap for the pole, but the strap is going to be a little bit more versatile in this practice. So you can take that and you can set yourself up into a supported back bend. So we'll use our 2 blocks for the back bend, one at the middle height and the other one is going to be at the highest height. You can have the strap, or in this instance, the pole ready at the top of your mat. If you're using the pole, you can just place it there. If you're using the strap, you can fold the strap. And then same thing, place it around the top of your mat area. To get set up for our back bend, you could choose to either bend your knees and sit in Virasana, if that is comfortable for your knees, for your ankles, if you know that this is a sustainable pose for you to be in, or you could stretch your legs long. There's really no preference, it's personal choice. Once you are set up with your lower body, you can make your shoulder blades rest onto that first block and then place the second block underneath your head on the highest height. So it's not the most intense back bend that you've ever been in, but we're starting here, and then you may have options to adjust the height. But for now, close your eyes, give yourself a moment. If you need to readjust the blocks, take your time. You can move the block underneath the shoulder blades just a little bit higher, a little bit lower. Just make sure that it's stable enough. And then let your breath fill in the container of the pose. We're using props to set ourselves up, to manipulate the circumstances, to manipulate the conditions, and then we'll let the breath move through the pose. If it's comfortable for you, you can grab hold of that top block with your hands, have your elbows frame your face, and go up to get a little bit of extra length alongside the sides of your body, alongside your trunk. Wherever you are, take the next couple of breaths to fill you up and empty you out. To let the breath move. Find maybe a few cobwebs, a few sticky spots in the lungs. And then if you feel ready to do so, you can take that top block and just lower the block from one height. Go a little bit lower. You could go all the way down to the lowest position, but make sure that it's comfortable enough. You can open your arms in a wide big cross. You could also stay on that top level and take a few extra breaths here. You can start to cross-reference your trunk from the right shoulder to the left hip, from the left shoulder to the right hip. Mapping the space of the body from the right hip to the left knee, from the left hip to the right knee. To give you a frame of reference. And then you'll grab hold either of the strap or the pole, and you'll bring it forward, and then you'll bring it up and around. A few times, just making big circles, going all the way forward and around. If it's really easy, you can have your arms a little bit closer together, but think of this movement like a big yawn. Opening up your collarbones, moving around the shoulder joint. Finding a little bit more length in the back bend. back bends in Katona, I usually reference like opening the windows of the lungs. So here, adding your arms, imagine that you can open those windows just a little bit wider to get a little bit more air, a little bit more of a view, to create a breeze, a draft. Give yourself 2 more. And then whenever you're done, move this prop away. You're going to press yourself on your arms or your elbows and come into a comfortable seated position. You can use one of those blocks to sit on. And you'll take the pole again or the strap. I'll use the strap for now. And grab the strap with your hands. And we'll do basically that same movement, but with the strap. So make sure that you're holding the strap with your 4 fingers forward, your thumb underneath, and the strap is in the palm of the hands, the palm is facing down. Take it wide enough in the beginning so that you can inhale, go all the way up, and then exhale, go around yourself. So it helps in the beginning to think to go up and down, but after a few repetitions, you can start to think of going around. So instead of just going up and down, you can start to create big circles, a big sphere, going all the way around yourself. You might hear a few cracks here and there. You might hear synovial fluid moving. You might feel that it's a little bit too much. Then you can open it a little bit bigger, open the space in between your hands. Or if it's easy, you can move the space, reduce the space, move your hands a little bit closer to one another. Good. And then next time you'll go forward, you'll change the direction of your palms. So now your palms are facing up. I would advise that you take a little bit of a bigger space in between your hands for this one. And once again, go up and down. You'll notice that maybe your head wants to pop forward. Maybe your spine wants to join in the movement. See that you can keep it in your shoulders. It helps to keep the gaze forward at the horizon line. And then next time you go up, you'll place the strap behind your head. You'll hold the strap as if you could hammock your head. Let it really hang, let your elbows go up, and then maybe give yourself just a few movements side to side. As if you were adjusting your own head here, letting the weight of the head really rest. Enjoying this movement, making it as delicious as you can. Not much to do with the head, really the arms guiding the way. The arms manipulating the pose. And then come back center, reach your arms up overhead again. You can maybe fold the strap once more depending on its length. And then you'll bring your left arm to the left. The right arm kind of resisting, as if your right side could yawn, your right armpit could yawn, and both of your arms, both of your hands are pulling away from one another. And then come back center and switch side. Right hand pulling down, left hand pulling up. All the left side of your body yawning open. Maybe the left sits bone sitting a little bit more anchored into the block. Inhale, go all the way up. Exhale, release your hands. Now come into all fours. So move maybe your blocks. Let's actually keep one of the block and let's put it in the middle of the mat on its lowest height. You'll come into hands and knees and you'll give yourself a few cat-cows. So you feel free to move as you feel. For these first repetitions, you can wave your spine. You can go around in circles. But take a few moments just to get a little bit of movement, a little bit more fluidity. Maybe go a little bit back and forth. And then come back forward and cross your arms so that your left arm is in front of your right. So you're replacing right hand by the left hand by the right. You'll go back into kind of a child's pose. Your elbows will fit into one another. And you'll take eagle with your arms. Your chin resting on your arms. Maybe turning the head to the left. Taking a few breaths here, maybe a few swallows. as if you could massage your glands. And then release your hands, go back forward, lean back forward. Right hand is going to stay on the floor, left arm is going to reach up all the way. Inhale here. Exhale, swim the left hand forward. Once again, go all the way back. Find your eagle. Inhale to go forward. Lift the right arm up this time. Exhale, reach forward. Bend your knees. Bend elbows. You can look down to the right. Maybe swallow. Maybe take a few breaths. And then come back forward. This time, left arm is going to reach up. Your right leg is going to straighten. And you can pulse a little bit back and forth so that you can open the sole of that right foot, the flesh of the right calf. With your right eye, can you look at your left thumb? Then the left arm is going to swim forward. And you're just going to switch right knee down, left leg back, right arm reaching all the way up, pulsing a little bit back and forth. Finding these cross references from the left shoulder to the left hand, from the left eye to the right thumb, and then swim it forward. Bend your knees, grab hold of your wrist, find your eagle arm, child's pose. Make a fist with that top arm. You'll start to punch your elbows forward, to punch your fists forward, so that you come into a back bend here. Make as much contact as you can. I'm not because of the microphone, but if you can, your chin and your arms are fitting into one another. Your arms can be parallel to the sky. Your fist is punching back. And then go all the way forward as if you could drop your elbows as far as possible on that block, both hands onto the floor. Now the left arm is going to reach up, the right foot is going to go back so that your left leg can straighten into modified plank. Take a breath here, and then that left arm is going to reach forward to find the right. Bring your butt back, and then open it up. Your arm is going to go forward and back. Your pelvis is going to go forward. So when your arm is going to go back, your pelvis is moving forward and vice versa. When your hand is moving forward, your pelvis is moving back. A few times like this, moving into a hemisphere, moving into half a sphere here, making the movement a little bit more spherical. So in this practice, we're going to alternate in between cross-referencing and then referencing a sphere. One more. Inhale and exhale. And then the left arm is crossed over the right. Bend at your knees. Grab hold of your elbow. Inhale, punch the elbow and the fist forward. Find a back bend. Exhale, go all the way down as if your elbows could reach as far as possible. Release your arms. Right arm is going to reach up. Left foot is going to go back to give you a little bit more stability, and then the right leg is straight. Outside edge of the right foot onto the floor into your modified side plank. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the front arm forward, the pelvis back, and then alternate in between the two. See how far you can comfortably go, and see how maybe a piece of you has a tendency to go further than the other. If your shoulder is doing everything, can you move a little bit more from your hips? If your neck is doing everything to catch a glimpse of your fingertip, can your shoulder come a little bit less? Can your pelvis initiate the movement? See where it is that you can go, where it is that it's a little bit more complicated. It's a little bit less habitual, I would say. Inhale, open, and then exhale, both hands down, both knees down. Uncross your arms, tuck your toes under, move that block to the highest setting so you can come into a down dog. Forehead is on the block, as if you had a third eye or third hand, a fifth paw, a little bit more support into your dog. Bend your knees, stick your butt up, as if you're a really happy dog. Take one more breath. And then inhale into a plank. And exhale back into your down dog. We're going to step the right foot forward inside of that right hand. Drop the left knee down and take the block to place it in front of your left thigh, like a little scaffolding. So the block is on a diagonal so that it can really support you. If your block is sliding, another option would be to place it like so. It's not to change your pose so much. Maybe it's going to take you a little bit out of your depth if you tend to go very deep. It's more so that you can have a little bit more support. I'm going to take my pole, but you can take your strap here. And you're going to grab hold of the pole with palms going down. Find the knee and the armpit together, and then bring the pole up and around. Take a few repetitions like so. Inhale and exhale, going up and down. And while you are busy with your arms, while all of your attention is on handling, on doing, can you go down to your pelvis with your imagination? Can you bring your right hip back, your left hip forward? As if you were making it a little bit more taut. One last. Go all the way forward. And then bring your pole down. You'll let the block go down, and a few times you'll find hamstring stretch here. You'll find a Ardha Hanuman, half split, keeping the knee and the armpit together, keeping the belly and the thigh together. Last time you go back, of course you can move your hands if this is not comfortable. You can bring your hips a little bit side to side as if you were brushing the back of the mat with your hips. Take one more. And then move that block. Come back into a dog. Inhale, come through a plank. Measure the pose by coming into a plank. Exhale back into a dog. Step the left foot inside of the left hand. Drop the back knee down. Take your block. Build your little scaffolding. Grab hold of your strap or your pole. Point the toes of the back foot. Really find your footing. Find the top of the back foot, the sole of the front foot, and then bring your arms all the way up and around. If it's too much for the shoulders, separate your arms. And I didn't mention this before, but if it's too much for the shoulders and you get stuck here, and you separate your arms as much as you can, but it's not enough, it's like bumping into your head, then stay here. Don't go all the way back. A few times like so. And then bring your head, your mind, your imagination into the depth here of the pose and find the right hip moving forward, the left hip moving back. Good, one more. And then drop that pole, drop that strap in front of you, let go of the block. And a few times, finding knee into armpit, armpit into knee, go forward and back. You can keep the sole of the foot on the floor. You can lift onto your heel, whatever feels nicer here. Next time you go back, you'll bring your hips side to side as if you were brushing the back of that mat. Maybe you find a discussion, a conversation in between your hips and your head. That when your hips are going one way, your head is going the other, in between your knee and your sit bone, in between your heel and your sit bone here. And then bend through the front knee, come back with both of your hands, step it back into a dog. This time we'll come into a plank and a tuck-toed up dog. And then back into our down dog. Step the right foot inside of the right hand. This time let's come into a high lunge and we'll use our 2 blocks. So scaffolding. So if you don't know how to do this, press pause, give yourself time. Notice how one block is on its side to give a little bit more of an angle, a little bit more movement. And then once again, this time I'll take the strap. You're gonna grab the strap and reach forward before you go up. So find this idea of a sphere, reaching all the way forward before you go up. This time let's stay up, let's not go all the way. And imagine that you're pulling the strap apart. Take a breath here and then place the strap at the nape of your neck and then find this height. So instead of going all the way, dumping all the way down into your low back, see that by virtue of your hands, You can find a little bit more height. Right hip back, left hip forward. And then release this. Let the blocks fall or put them gently onto the floor. You could actually use the blocks underneath your hands this time. And find it's almost a pyramid stance, but not really, because your left heel is staying really high. Your right knee fits into your right armpit. You can open the arms into a wide big V shape, and you'll fold and unfold into this front knee. A few times like so. Really plug into your right heel, find your right sits bone, and the next time you go up, you can go side to side, brushing the back of the mat like we just did before. I always hear my knee cracking into my armpit, finding movements, finding sounds into the body, and then both hands down, step it back. Inhale into a plank, into an up dog. Measure your pose by coming into your plank, and then step your left foot inside of your left hand. This time, instead of dropping the knee, build your little scaffolding. If you're not used to this, you can press pause, take all the time you need, and then grab hold of the strap and really reach forward with your hands, reach back with your foot so that you can come all the way up. Right hip forward, left hip back, right hand to the right, left hand to the left. Inhale here. Find space, moving in all directions here, and then find the nape of your neck. Lift it up, frame it. Use your hands to frame your vision here, to give you height, to give you support. Stable in the legs, able in the hands, so that you can get the vision. And then release the block. It's not the block, it's the strap. But then release the blocks. Place the blocks underneath your hands. Really go high onto that back foot. And you can actually walk the blocks back and have your hands all the way back. Just for another variation. Let go of your head, knee into armpit, armpit into knee. And then bend and straighten that front leg. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe just finding tiny movements. Keep lifting the back heel and then scrub the back of your mat here. Take a moment. Good. Both hands are finding the floor. Step it back. Inhale, come into a plank. Drop your knees down and cross your arms so that your left hand is in front of your right. Kind of like what we did when we started. Tuck your toes under, come into a dog. It's going to feel a little bit weird for your chin, but see if you can find the crossing of your elbows. Good. And then come into a plank. You'll bring both of your heels over to the right. Right hand is finding the floor, is staying on the floor. Left arm is coming up. Inhale here. Exhale, reach your left hand forward. Come back into your dog. Come into a plank. Left hand stays on the floor. Heels moving to the left. Right arm reaching up. Exhale, you reach forward. You go back into your dog. Once more, a little faster. Inhale. Heels to the right. Left arm up. Exhale, come back into your dog. Come into plank. Heels to the left. Right arm up. Exhale, come back into your dog. This time, uncross your hands. Drop your knees. Not your knees, drop your head. Bend your knees, lift sits bone up all the way. Come into a pigeon by bringing your right knee outside of your right wrist. Walk your left leg back and find one block underneath your perineum. So I'm placing the block like so at an angle so that it's behind my right heel and my right sits bone, and my third foot, my third root, my perineum can be anchored, stable. One last time, you guessed it, we're going to take that strap. And this time from a high pigeon. So You might need to reassess a little bit to see, where is my back foot? Do I really have my footing? Can I plug my back foot, top of my back foot onto the floor? Do I really have my perineum here? If it's not the case, you can go higher by turning the block this height. And I'm using one hand on one sole of the foot, so my left hand on my right foot, my right hand on my right knee. I'm using the same action of the right hip going back, the left hip going forward, as if I could cross-reference my hips. Right sits bone, front of the left hip point. Left sits bone, front of the right hip point. And then if that's okay for your low back, you're gonna make those big circles with your strap. If it's too much for the low back, you need more height underneath your hips. So maybe it means just turning that block a little bit higher. Maybe it just means that you need way more height for now. And so don't suffer through it. Maybe you just go into a pigeon on your elbows and you're not coming all the way here. If this is okay, you'll go all the way back. You'll bend your back knee and maybe it will touch. And then you'll come back down. One last. Coming all the way. Maybe if you go forward with your foot, you can even grab it. You can bring your elbows up as if you were framing your vision and then press your foot into your elbows. Take a breath. And then release. Switch your pigeon. Come into a three-legged dog in between. Bend your knee. Make your dog go for a little pee-pee. And then switch, come into a plank. Up dog. I like to come on my fingertips to give my wrists a break. And then come into your pigeon, the other side. Choose your height. I actually like the second height. It gives me more stability and so I can have more movement into my upper body. But you do you. And then right hand sole of the left foot. Left hand pressing so that you can stand up, rise up. Really use your back foot, the top of your back foot here. And then with your strap, see what's going on. You can have variety by changing the way that you're holding your strap. It's going to feel like a whole new world in your shoulders. See that your right hip is going forward, your left hip is going back. You can do that same cross-reference into your hips. And then you can see what's happening if you bend that knee. Maybe same thing. Then on the other side, maybe very different. Give yourself one more. If your foot is underneath, you can maybe grab hold of your strap, bring your elbows up. Press the foot into the strap to start with. And then if you want, you can shorten the distance, but you know, just if it feels nice and comfortable and accessible. Good, and then release. Move the block away. Come into your last little dog. You can make your dog go forward, pee-pee. Bend the right knee. And then step your feet towards the front of the mat. Release your hands, interlace your hands behind your head as you did with the strap. Bend your elbows, sway a little bit side to side. Just a moment. And then bend the knees, sit down. You can go through a squat. You'll sit onto your butt. You can interlace your hands here behind your back. And we'll lay down on our hands. So any way you can. You can have the knees bent. You can have the legs long. And once you're here, let the breath fill the back of your hands, fill the back of your lungs. If you're not clear on how the hands are, this is a side view. This is a back view. So fingers interlaced, no space in between the little fingers. And you're going to start to direct your breath from the left elbow to the center of the chest. from the center of the chest to the right elbow. And then you'll exhale from the right elbow to the back of your hands. And then from your hands interlaced to the left elbow. So the breath is starting to loop around you. You inhale, left elbow to right. You exhale, right elbow to left. You inhale, going around in the front. You exhale, going around in the back. So you can feel the pressure of the hands. You can feel the pressure into the hands. But you let the breath soothe you, go all the way around. Breath becoming spherical, becoming dimensional, becoming like a satellite around you. And you can watch the breath with the same awe, with the same curiosity, the same amazement. I don't know if that's a word. But you have when you're looking at the moon, when you're looking at the Earth satellite. Waxing and waning, full and empty, visible or invisible, but always here. Take one last breath. And then slowly, with the help of your hands, you'll come up. Release the hands and then go back down. You can bend your knees if they're not bent already. Bring your knees into your chest and find a happy baby, finding the fit of your hands and your heels, your knees going towards your armpits, going side to side, rocking a little bit. Letting the shell of your back become a little bit more present, coming to the forefront a little bit more. We did a lot of subtle back bending in this practice, moving shoulders, but of course moving with our spine as well. So maybe here you come back into your shell, you become a turtle again. And you can choose to stay into your happy baby. You can choose to come into Shavasana, laying on the floor, or you can come into a supported happy baby or a rounded plow with a block in your back, in your shell, your knee and your armpits together, your hands and your heels. Going all the way in. Let's take 5 breaths wherever you are. Inhale and exhale. If you are into your shell, maybe make the breath a little bit louder. Two more. Good, and then release. Move the block if you had the block support. Come back onto the floor. Take a moment. If you want to add an extra time in Shavasana, you can extend your legs, lay here. If you feel like you're ready to exit, you can press yourself up and find a seated position. Wherever you are, thank you so much. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope to see you again.